Good morning, students. In the previous lecture, we have discussed about the structure of water, its physical and chemical properties. In this today's lecture, we will discuss about hard and soft water. Understood? We have done in class 10 that the hardness of water, because of the hardness of water, the clothes cannot clean properly. In that case, they form scum. So in that case, just go through it. What is hard water? When the rainwater comes, it dissolves many of the salts in it, and in that case, because water is a good solvent, there are many salts being dissolved in it when the rain comes on the earth. And these salts might be the calcium salts or magnesium salts. Now there are many salts of calcium and magnesium. It might be bicarbonate salts, it might be chloride salts, or it might be sulfate salts that dissolve in water and makes it hard. Fine. Now you have done in class 10 when we are using soap in hard water, because when we use soap in hard water, it forms scum. A white PPT will settle down at the bottom. Fine. Now just see, this is the formula of soap. It is sodium stearate. When we are using hard water, it contains magnesium salt, or we can take it here as calcium salts. When we react with it, so what will form? It will form magnesium stearate, a white PPT that is called scum, which settle down at the bottom, and the clothes cannot clean properly. Understood? Now there are different kinds of hardness. What are the different kinds of hardness? First is temporary hardness and other is permanent hardness. What is temporary? Temporary hardness are those hardness that is caused due to the presence of magnesium or calcium hydrogen carbonates or bicarbonate salts present in water. Then we say the hardness of water is temporary. Second is permanent hardness. It is caused when the salts, sulfate or chloride salts of magnesium and calcium are dissolved in water. Then we say that that is a permanent hardness of water. Understood? Now students, next topic is temporary hardness. How can we remove temporary hardness? I have told you that temporary hardness is due to the presence of the bicarbonate salts of calcium and magnesium. Now how can we remove temporary hardness? The first way is by boiling. During boiling, this magnesium hydrogen carbonate that is soluble in water, after boiling it converts it into insoluble magnesium hydroxide. Simply this calcium hydrogen carbonate, it also on boiling converts it into insoluble calcium carbonate. These both are being filtered out and we can easily remove this temporary hardness of water. Let's see, this is magnesium hydrogen carbonate. After boiling, it converts into insoluble magnesium hydroxide, thus carbon dioxide is released. Next is calcium hydrogen carbonate. When we boil it, what will happen? It converts into insoluble calcium carbonate with water and carbon dioxide. In that way, this is the first way, that is by boiling we can remove temporary hardness of water. Second is Clark method. In this Clark method, we are adding calculated amount of lime in water so that we can easily remove this temporary hardness. That means the salts of calcium and magnesium bicarbonates. What we do, this is calcium hydrogen carbonate. When we add lime water, this is lime water, calcium hydroxide, it will form insoluble calcium carbonate along with water. Here this insoluble calcium carbonate can be easily filtered out. Similarly, next is magnesium hydrogen carbonate. When we add calculated amount of lime water over here, again it forms insoluble calcium carbonate, insoluble magnesium hydroxide. These two precipitates are being filtered off and we can easily remove the temporary hardness of water. Fine. Now students, see the next topic, permanent hardness. I have told you that permanent hardness of water is due to the presence of calcium and magnesium chlorides or sulfate salts present in water. Now how can we remove this permanent hardness of water? There are two various methods present over here. The first method is treatment with washing soda, that is sodium carbonate. Fine. What we do, this is calcium chloride, or we can take magnesium chloride or any of calcium or magnesium salt. So what will happen when we take this metal chloride and we react with washing soda, and it will form insoluble calcium carbonate. So in that way it can easily be filtered out and we can remove permanent hardness which is present in the form of chlorides. Similarly, we can take in the form of sulfates. This is calcium sulfate, or we can take magnesium sulfate. When we treat it with washing soda, again what will happen? It will form insoluble calcium carbonate along with sodium sulfate, and in that case insoluble calcium carbonate can easily be filtered out. Fine. Next is Calgon method. What is Calgon? It is sodium hexametaphosphate. This is the formula of Calgon. Now what will happen when we are treating this Calgon with this hard water? The following reaction occur. First of all, let's see, it breaks into two sodium ion along with this anion. Now this anion when react with the hardness, that is magnesium or calcium salts, it makes a complex ion which keeps the metal ion in the solution. In that way we can easily remove the permanent hardness of water by using Calvin method. Fine. Now see the third method to remove permanent hardness. The method is ion exchange method. It is also called as zeolite method, or it is also known as permuted method. The formula of zeolite is hydrated sodium aluminium silicate, that is NaAlSiO4. For simplicity we can write it as NaZ. When it is treated with the hardness, that is calcium or magnesium salts, what will happen? It removes the hardness of that water and makes the water soft. In that case, zeolite, whatever that is zeolite we are using, zeolite get exhausted. Whatever zeolite we have taken, it get exhausted when all the sodium of that zeolite gets used up. In that way we can remove that permanent hardness and makes the water soft. Now students, see the fourth method, that is synthetic resin method. Nowadays we are removing the permanent hardness of water by using synthetic cation exchanges. Now this is a much more simple method as compared to the previous method, that is the zeolite or permuted method. Now in this we are using the organic compounds which contain SO3H group. This is sulfonic acid group. Now this is insoluble in water. Now what we do, first of all we convert this insoluble sulfonic acid group, it might be R-methyl group or aryl group or any of the group, and we convert them into RNA, and means this is alkyl group. Fine, by treating it with sodium chloride. After that, when we treat it with the hard water which contain calcium and magnesium salts, so what will happen? Resin exchanges this magnesium and calcium ions and makes the water soft. In that way, by using synthetic cation exchangers, we are removing the permanent hardness of water and make the water soft.